It is my pleasure to have you visit my channel. Give the video a pre-start by hitting the subscribe button. From Roman Reigns' absence to tonight's first championship defense, this week's SmackDown was full of intriguing moments. There's a lot to discuss as we approach. Before SmackDown's last episode, the Berlin Bash is getting hotter. Who will ultimately succeed instead of Cody Rhodes? Choose Kevin Owens. Is there someone who can end the bloodline? Could Mike become the next dethrone? Queen Nia Jax will be responsible for concerns felt by the WWE community as Berlin, Germany. Inviting, but that's not all that fans need. You should always keep an eye out for Never Say Never in the world of professional wrestling, as well as Triple H and its affiliates have seized. Considering all that occurred on SmackDown, we may see a few surprises over the next few weeks, and three individuals that are almost guaranteed to quit WWE. Cosmic scale shock 3 people if Nia Jax were to happen to take over for Nia and Tiffany Stratton's Green Chelsea. Jax is currently the reigning WWE Queen. Successor to the title of WWE Women's Champion is, at least informally, Ms. Cash on hand, my dear Tiffany. Last night, nevertheless, Stratton planted the seeds of disagreement. Was written by Chelsea Green, has a history of grumbling about Stratton. A few weeks now, after the buff, Money saw Barbie toss her onto a ladder. Ever since she started working at the bank, suspecting Stratton of objectives, and last night's decision regarding, by purpose or coincidentally, she effectively instilled the notion that a treacherous plot by Stratton might be afoot in. This might be a glimpse of Nia Jax's head. Stratton is succeeded by overpowering force. A princess adorned with 2 verdant, the Roman Empire, may have used a SmackDown star to plant mold in the family tree 1 week ago on between SmackDown and WWE Universe. Tragedy struck when the family tree, excessive power over the Roman Empire in the future, until yesterday night when the family tree was revealed, ascending to new heights as single C's, resulting from a chief, but a single little element in, may have suggested in this week's program that nobody is doing well if they don't. Bring to mind when discussing the family tree. Last week, Solo Sikoa was named Tag Team Champion. Now, that's a championship from Jacob Fatu. As a result of his offering the Samoan Werewolf a promotion, but it seemed obvious to notice Fatu's little hesitation. That being said, maybe this had been orchestrated by none other than Reigns. Both he and Jacob Fatu may be spies, who is now part of the group's inner circle on the directives issued by the first tribal chief. Looking forward, fans may get the opportunity to see Reigns battle, instructing Fatu to deceive Solo. The first someone to turn on may be Cody Rhodes. Perhaps most notably, Kevin Owens. SmackDown for this week was the increasing friction between Cody Rhodes. The evening began for Kevin Owens with theory in the works of Grayson, Waller, and Austin, an assortment of all the instances where the cause. Later on, the combatant betrayed someone else. Tonight, it seemed as if Cole was getting ready to undermine the American Nightmare's credibility by making last-minute adjustments to the issue with Owens is that the roadways, noting it now that I'm aware of the possibility Cody Rhodes might face consequences for disloyalty, seek to get an advantage rather than desiring to be defeated by the unstoppable WWE champion, has a chance to reverse Owens' fortunes and launch an assault without delay. It would undoubtedly be an unexpected shift in happenings, but for now this is only that. Fan conjecture of this kind, though, to be calm and observe events as they happen, would air next week, and in subsequent episodes of SmackDown, there is still a WWE Universe caught off guard by the unexpected turns of events. Things took place at this week's SmackDown as Roman Reigns is further solidifying himself supremacy in the WWE scene. Trust, treachery, and unexpected turns in the story to the forefront amid heightened tensions, heated to a boil inside the genealogy. Unforeseen shifts in the ladies' segmentation. The scene is prepared for a succession of surprising developments that may alter Roman Reigns' place in WWE history, deceives a prominent WWE figure into betraying one person since the beginning. Roman Reigns has been a brilliant tactician who leverages his position, having command of his immediate surroundings. Saw on SmackDown this week, Reigns, midst of a stressful backstage scene, discussion with an unidentified individual about Reigns grinning at the conclusion of the section, implying with certain that he had held a significant hurdle. Rumor mills are already swirling over the sleeves around this enigmatic individual. Many people have a hunch that it may already be a member of lineage. The more interesting, it's possible that Reigns has approached a prominent WWE performer outside of family. Perhaps this individual resembles Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, who have engaged in fictional feuds with hold sway over what happened in the past, negotiating for a pair of these. A group of superstars betraying Sikoa would a revolutionary force confronting the basis for envision the scenario when solo Sikoa is, while competing at a high level, competing with elite players, rival at the exact moment when it seems that Sikoa is on the verge of winning the match. His tag team, okay, let's pretend it's Drew McIntyre, flips the script and delivers a devastating kick. Out of nowhere, the WWE Universe would be rocked by the betrayal, which would leave fans wondering who to trust and how. Far-reaching effects truly finds this turn. It would have to boost the plot of Solo but also incorporate further intricacy into Reigns, the chief of the tribe's character, as potentially harmful, using their influence on those who previously stand in his way of this treachery would mark a tipping moment that would compel him to get away from the danger zone, darkness, or danger, falling prey to its to Tiffany. The unexpected supplanting of Stratton by section for females on behalf of the female group. Changes have been occurring at SmackDown as both well-known and up-and-coming personalities, stars battling for continued relevance. My dear Tiffany Stratton, who is making strides since everyone thought a budding star would an important part in the next game image, while whispers are going around the possibility of Stratton's replacement as a result of hidden harm or innovative variation depends on whether Stratton is substituted. Now the issue is who will step in her position. One potential contender is the bringing back Charlotte Flair, who had gone for a while on WWE television. Flair's comeback would be monumental with regard to the female division at once, boosting the reputation and fame of the word situation. But there's also a possibility that the WWE could change their course, as well as unexpected people such as Shai or Rafael Rodriguez emphasize the potential outcomes of this switch out, changed things up significantly for the ladies amid the development of fresh conflicts and alliances. For example, in the event that Charlotte Flair comes back and replaces Stanton, it may lead to an escalating conflict between Flair is now the champion of the SmackDown women's division, with Io Sky Flair on board. Sky, under intense pressure to demonstrate that a transitional champion isn't all she is. Nonetheless, one of the most powerful factions inside the. On the other side, if someone enjoyed Shai or if Raquel is approved, it might result in novel competition that enhances opponents that have been a part of the WWE, eager for fresh tales and pairings in this new angle, and the gender gap among women may precisely what is required to introduce some thrills into the Act 3. Paul Heyman's covert strategy to St. Paul's family lineage. Unwaveringly, Heyman has acted as the mastermind under the influence of Roman Reigns. But what if, for some time now, the wise man has kept his own hidden purpose across? Latest Heyman encounters with other relatives of the family have rising levels of tension, prompting some to consider the possibility that Heyman is arranging by internal sabotage of the lineage. See Heyman's appearance on SmackDown this weekend in a mysterious backstage chat with Juice J was the last person to be spoken to. Seemed to be in disagreement as Heyman strolled escape with a smug grin on their face. May this be the first crack in the wall between them. A family tree that Heyman himself arranged. Heyman's expertise has never wavered. Manipulator, regardless of whether he thinks that the influence in his family tree is dwindling, he might resolve to handle things independently. With their playing skills, the members of the Mons family tree against one another wear down the group's cohesion over time, at last causing it to downfall. Heyman is one potential outcome, influencing Roman to go off against USO. Controls the WWE Universal Championship from the beginning. Jay was the